Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Meg Thee Stallion says she writes all her own rhymes, and Offset ain't feeling that abortion ban. Plus, is Jay-Z gonna be on Lil Uzi Vert's new album? Let's talk hip-hop.
Cause when Juicy J brought the song to me, and y'all know I don't let nobody write for me. The one motherfucking time I let a nigga say, hey, this would be a good idea, and I take it, here come a random motherfucker trying to act like they really did some shit. Now, if sis wanted some credit, what she should have said was, Megan, I had something to do with the hook, wooty whoop, and when you got the posting and shit, you should have been like, da-da-da-da, I was on the hook. You know what I'm saying? You was insinuating that you wrote the song, and people was coming under my saying, yeah, da-da-da-da, such and such wrote this. If you would have been clear and direct from the beginning, we wouldn't even be doing all this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't even been that crucial. And it's still not that crucial, because I don't got no problem with admitting when some...
Alright, so Meg Thee Stallion, right, dropped that video yesterday, right? And basically the whole situation is, like, she just dropped her album. The album is pretty fire, right? And for her to have like 15 to 16 songs on the joint, she only has 2 features, right? Which is crazy, right? Dope, crazy dope, right? So one feature is DaBaby, of course, because, you know, her and DaBaby, their music kind of sound like similar, you know what I'm saying? They got the same kind of like turn up kind of vibe and shit like that. But then Juicy J is on a song too, Simon Says, and again, same thing. Juicy J has that same like turn up vibe, that party vibe. So it goes without saying that Juicy J will be on a song with Meg Thee Stallion, right? So a couple days before the album dropped, this chick who I never even heard of before this came out, but her name is Wolf Tyla, right? And she puts a post up on Instagram basically saying, you know, shout out to Meg Thee Stallion. You know, I ended up working with her, you know, right at the end before her album got released. And then she puts like a little emoji of a wolf there and then a writing emoji. Basically making it look like, you know, Wolf Tyla wrote something for Meg Thee Stallion. And she says, you know, Simon Says. So this is crazy, but you know, I'm not surprised because a lot of female rappers have writers that write their stuff for them, right? A few male rappers too, and especially in today's hip hop, a lot of these rappers ain't even penning their own shit, which is crazy, right? So I respect the ones who still are, right? So I really wasn't like shocked or appalled or, you know, just taken aback when I saw that, you know, Wolf Tyla said that she wrote it for Meg Thee Stallion, and truly I automatically was like, yup, of course she wrote it for Meg Thee Stallion. I mean, why wouldn't she have wrote it for Meg Thee Stallion, right? So Meg Thee Stallion drops that video that I showed you and then puts in her story post that Juicy J wrote the song, or the hook at least. Juicy J sees that Meg Thee Stallion puts up in her story that yes, Juicy J wrote the hook only, but she's trying to make it clear that she wrote her own verses and her own words, and she don't know what the hell this girl Wolf Tyla is even talking about whatsoever. Like, Wolf who? Right, so she says basically Juicy J wrote the hook and I don't care about a reference track, LOL, right? And then so Juicy J actually reposts Meg Thee Stallion's story, and Juicy J says, I produce and wrote a lot of songs and I get people to write, to do reference tracks to the songs. I wrote Simon Says. Now let's end it right there. This is very petty. Have a happy Sunday. So this was yesterday, right? So Juicy J is basically saying that he wrote the hook for Simon Says, but he took it to that girl, Wolf Tyla, and Wolf Tyla basically works with Juicy J, and he told her to do the reference track as a female because he thinks that it would sound better for a female to do the reference track just for the hook. And then, you know, Juicy J brought the joint to Meg Thee Stallion, and Meg Thee Stallion did hear Wolf Tyla on the reference track, but just because Wolf Tyla was doing the hook on the reference track does not mean that Wolf Tyla wrote the hook. Really, Juicy J wrote the hook, and then after Meg Thee Stallion heard the beat and the hook and Juicy J's verse, she put in her verse, basically. So really and truly, Meg Thee Stallion wrote like a 16-bar verse for her song, which is a hit song, by the way, and that's pretty much it. I'm just saying, right? Yeah, you wrote your verse, but there was only one verse from you there. The rest of the song was hook, chanting, and then, Juicy J's part. So Juicy J wrote pretty much the rest of that. And to be honest with you, Meg Thee Stallion, sitting down in the studio with Juicy J and Wolf Tyla, you don't know if they was like mixing minds and going back and forth with stuff and giving each other ideas about verses or the hook or whatever like that. So I could see that Wolf Tyla probably did write a lot of that hook. Or, help Juicy J co-write the hook, which is why she said, yo, I respect Meg. This is before Meg Thee Stallion even said anything. She said, yo, I'm so happy to be on somebody's album that I respect. I can't believe I did it. A Wolf with the pen thing. So she was basically saying, like, I respect her. But Meg Thee Stallion is on some shit like, nah, you ain't gonna mislead people and have them think that you wrote my verses. You know what I'm saying? So now, of course, Meg Thee Stallion and Wolf Tyla are beefing, right? But then again, this is a cool buzz around Meg Thee Stallion's album, which just dropped. And to be honest with you, I never heard of Wolf Tyla, and now I'm about to go listen to her shit. So there you go. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Oh, sir. So for y'all that don't know, last week, Alabama came out with a new law basically banning abortion, right? So there are certain laws that are on the federal level where it's just completely illegal to like murder somebody, right? And that's on the federal level. The federal government says it's illegal to murder somebody, right? But sometimes the federal government let the states handle the laws. So for smaller things like marijuana, the federal government doesn't have any say in it at all. They're like each individual state can determine if marijuana is legal or not legal. Cocaine, on the other hand, the federal law says everything is illegal, right? So that's why some states have legal marijuana, some states don't, right? Abortion falls under that same umbrella. So, in some states, abortion is legal, some states it's not. Most states, abortion is legal, right? Except for Alabama, which just passed law last week that says that abortion is now going to be illegal, right? So that's crazy. So just to like sum it up real quick, that's even if you conceive the child through rape. If a young woman gets raped and she doesn't want to have the baby, she doesn't even know who the father is, she's a victim here, she's going to still be forced to have the baby if she lives in the state of Alabama, because she cannot have an abortion, right? Or incest or something like that, right? Offset comes out and he goes on Twitter and says, new laws is slavery. To force a victim to keep a child is slavery. I'm not proud to say I'm from America, right? So a couple of things, right? Offset is really talking straight facts. Another thing is that he misspelled slavery, right? S-L-A-V-O-R-Y is the way that he spelled it. And it's supposed to be S-L-A-V-E-R-Y, right? Who cares, right? So like 4 minutes after that, you know how Twitter is, man. So he's trying to talk about something and people are missing the complete point because he misspelled a word. Yes, he misspelled a simple word, but Offset is not a scholar. He's a rapper, right? And he's allowed to have feelings and be a human and misspell words. Who really cares, right? So he does that. 4 minutes after he tweets, he throws up another tweet and says, I misspelled the word out of anger. All right, cool, man. Whether you misspelled it out of anger or whether you misspelled it because you don't know how to spell and somebody called you and said, bro, you misspelled the word, and then he made an excuse for it, doesn't really matter. That's irrelevant, because the point is what he's saying, that it is sort of like slavery where now women can't even choose what to do with their own bodies, right? And we could get into the whole situation of why they want to outlaw abortion, and this is a known fact, right? See, now I'm going off on a tangent, but here's a known fact, and I'm gonna make the tangent real short, right? A lot of people are saying, even scientists are saying, that maybe like 100 or 200 years from now, since a lot of other races, or a lot of races, period, are mixing and mingling, and there's a whole lot of mixed race and interracial relationships, and now there are airplanes which weren't around 200 years ago, and now there's the internet constantly connecting people to each other. People somebody from Hawaii may meet somebody from Africa. Obama, somebody from Hawaii might meet somebody from Africa, and they might get together and have a child, whatever the case may be. So a couple hundred years from now, it's going to be one human race, right? It's not going to be no more black people, white people, Spanish people, Asians, right? There's going to be just one big, it's going to be one race that kind of looks like a mixed person. Like, it's very, like, everybody's going to look like The Rock, basically. Like, what is The Rock? Is he white? Is he black? Is he light skinned? Is he Samoan? Like, pretty much everybody is going to look like The Rock, but they won't be as big as he is because The Rock is a fucking linebacker, right? So, which is cool, because at that point, that might stop racism, right? But you know how it is, right? So self-preservation is what's going on here, right? And let's just call it what it is, right? The reason why certain people don't want abortions to be legal is because more abortions means that you're aborting babies, and there's power in numbers, and those people who don't want the abortions to be legal want more and more people to be born for their team, so that that whole situation that I just explained with the whole race mixing and mingling doesn't happen, or is slowed up at least a little bit. So then you have this kid, right? CJ Pearson. Right? CJ Pearson is 16 years old, right? But for some reason, he's like already like a scholar and doing this and that. He's young, he's black, and all that is cool. All that is fire. The only problem is that CJ Pearson is a Republican. Like, he's super conservative. Like, he's super right wing, right? So he's like a Donald Trump supporter. He runs like this whole campaign, Teens for Trump. You know, he's just a Fox News guy, and he claps back because he's still 16, and you know what I'm saying? He clapped back at Offset, basically making fun of him for misspelling a word. In between cheating on your wife, Cardi B, I hope you take the time to pick up a dictionary. It's slavery, not slavery. And if you're not proud to be an American, then leave, okay? So, yo, first of all, who cares that Offset misspelled the word, right? You gotta see what his message is, first of all. Second of all, where the fuck is Offset supposed to go? He was born here in America. Leave and go where, bro? Like, this is his home, right? So this is crazy, right? And so Offset claps back at the nigga. So then Offset responds to him, and he's like, in between your time, you should look in the mirror and ask yourself, why, as a black man, you know, even though he's a kid, do you support Trump and Republicans and people who give a fuck about abortions more than black men getting targeted by the police? And then he goes, bless up, brother, right? So why is Offset talking straight facts, right? Offset is 1/3 of the Migos. Offset is Cardi B's baby dad. Offset is the nigga that was like, ice, just a year or two ago, and now all of a sudden Offset is like, yeah, I'm a king, I'm sitting on my throne on my album cover, yeah, I'm a father of 4, yeah, I'm trying to fight for social rights and social justice. Like, who is this guy, and where's the real Offset? You know what I'm saying? They done cloned Offset now. Nah, but on some real shit, this is fire, yo, and this comes with maturity, this comes with, you know, growing up, this comes with realizing like who you are as a king, you know what I'm saying? And Offset is out here talking straight facts, yo, and I think that even though, you know, he's not really like one of those kind of conscious rappers like a Common or a Talib Kweli or a Mos Def or even like a Joyner Lucas. Like, he doesn't, you know, really ride that wave. You know, he's more Versace, Medusa head on me like I'm Illuminati. You know, he's that kind of rapper. But still, it's cool to see that he hasn't lost himself, and he's still, at least not even if it's not going to be through his music, through his words and what he says, whether it's just like him talking on social media or whatever the case may be, that he still stands up for his people, you know, and shit like that is fire, you know what I'm saying? So Offset is always gonna have my back. I mean, I'm always have Offset's back. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, so Spur Dark, right? Lil Uzi Vert got some crazy ass fans, right? And there's this one fan that hacked something or whatever like that, and he's basically like, we all out here waiting for Eternal to take. And I don't know who the fuck Spur Dark is, but Spur Dark could be Lil Uzi Vert, okay? Because this nigga Spur Dark has been like holding on to Eternal Take forever, right? For at least a year, right? So during the whole time that Lil Uzi Vert is going back and forth with Drum and Cannon, you know, his record label won't let him come out with the music. He said that he quit rap. He's out here living his best life. He doesn't look like he's worried about it. He says they not letting him release the album. Then about a month or two ago, we heard that Jay-Z got involved, right? That Roc Nation basically took over management for Lil Uzi Vert. That he's still signed to Generation Now, which is Drum and Cannon's record label, but that as far as his management goes, now it's Roc Nation. So now his management, who's Jay-Z, can call up to DJ Drum and Cannon and be like, we need Lil Uzi Vert's album out now, right? So Spur Dark, who is living out there in internet cyberspace somewhere, right? A crazy ass hacker has Lil Uzi Vert's whole album and basically just let niggas know yesterday that, oh, by the way, I got a song with Jay-Z and Lil Uzi Vert here. You know what I'm saying? The name of the song is called Trauma, right? So Lil Uzi Vert is about to drop his album in the summertime, right? Finally, Eternal Take is coming, right? Niggas been waiting like 2 years for that shit, right? And it's late June, it's late May right now. Next month will be June. Lil Uzi Vert probably dropping about 4 weeks. And I think this summer's gonna be good because Wale's dropping too. Lil Uzi Vert is dropping too. I feel like Nicki Minaj is gonna drop something. I think that Cardi B probably got a single in the stash. You know, Khaled just dropped his shit on Friday. Meg Thee Stallion just dropped her shit on Friday. So like this summer is gonna be crazy for music, right? And all this might be publicity. All this might be getting people ramped up to get to listen to Eternal Take. People are like, oh my God, now you got Jay-Z on that shit? Like, how would Jay-Z rap? How would Jay-Z flow on a song with Lil Uzi Vert? Is he spitting like a new kind of flow? Is he keeping the old kind of flow? Like, how is Jay-Z singing? Is he using auto-tune? I don't think, he's probably not using auto-tune. But anyway, like, Lil Uzi Vert could really spit though at the same time. So like, I'm looking forward to hearing this shit. I done heard a lot of Meek Mill and Lil Uzi Vert stuff, and I say Meek Mill because Meek is like one of them dudes that's like, if you take away a Meek verse and just insert a Jay-Z verse, a Jay-Z and Lil Uzi Vert song may be able to work if like Jay-Z sits in that Meek Mill pocket, is what I'm saying, or Rick Ross pocket, you know what I'm saying? But we'll have to see, man. This is fire. For Jay-Z to be on Lil Uzi Vert shit, that is a good ass look for Lil Uzi Vert. I mean, Lil Uzi Vert is dope. He's fire in these streets. He's a huge A-list rapper. And he's gonna be like Lil Uzi Vert's a legend in the making. But that's what I'm saying. Like, and Jay-Z knows this. So that's why Hov is like, alright, fuck it, man. Like, if I'm gonna be on any one of these new little nigga shit, man, I gotta be on like Lil Uzi Vert shit. And that's real shit. Or like Kodak Black or something. Like a nigga that you know is gonna be here 10 years, 20 years from now. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's cool with me, man. Let me know what y'all think about all this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell and follow me at Jonny Fastlane. That's Jonny Fastlane on Instagram and Twitter. And y'all already know what to do. Peace.